This is a question from Real Kennex. He asks, is there any end times belief in the Orthodox Church? Not really, no. Jesus said nobody can know the date or the hour of the day, so it was really kind of frowned upon to make any of these assumptions. All throughout history, people have been seeing signs of earthquakes and war and rumors of war and thinking, oh, it's just around the corner. And even the New Testament Christians didn't write anything down because they thought his coming was going to be boom like that. Remember, it says, not even the Son knows the day, only the Father. Um, so there's no, we don't, I mean, a lot of the belief about the Book of Revelations, and they thought the Book of Revelations was a very volatile and caustic book. So it wasn't really read ever in the churches. Everybody says, "Wait, we know this wasn't the same John as John that wrote the Gospel. It just doesn't sound the same. We don't know that John was ever on Patmos. The traditional church said he went to Ephesus. Um, I'm not sure how far away that is. In Greece, probably. I mean, it's probably viable that he could have traveled to Patmos or something like that. But there's no predicting. I've known a few people too. They've been the breakoffs of the Orthodox Church, like the catacombs churches in Russia. It's currently in America, ROAC. Uh, Thinking that they're the remnant of ROCOR at some point, which ROCOR split off because communists had infiltrated the Russian Patriarchate. So they went out of communion with everybody for a while. Now they're back in, seeing that there's really no more communists left. Um, but they had another splinter group called ROAC, Russian Orthodox Church, something something. C was for catacombs. But the ROAC was Russian Orthodox Church outside of Russia. Is that right? I don't know. I was never part of either of them. But some of these kind of monks, maybe in monasteries, they might talk about this, but among general population, it's not really cared about because why should that hinder you or help you? It doesn't. If you're locked in fear, you're not going to be able to go about your day. You're not. I mean, it's. We're told he's coming back, and if you're a Christian, you really shouldn't bother you. I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, are you gonna stock up bullets to try to fight for Jesus at the end? This is not the picture we're given. We're given when he comes back, boom, everything's. There's nothing you can do. So go on with your life, be a good person, contribute to society. Uh, a lot of Orthodox take it as the Book of Revelations as to be the liturgy, and many Catholics write about this. That the liturgy is actually the Book of Revelations. If you go through the Book of Revelations and you look at the liturgy in the church, it matches up perfectly. Um, I I don't know authors off the top of my head, but I'm sure if you type in to get a Catholic answer, this wouldn't be an Orthodox. Mass in the Book of Revelations or the Apocalypse and the Divine Liturgy. You also asked me about books. Books that I know of by Protestants who had converted to Orthodoxy because they did it in mass in the 1980s. Would be by all the type of people I don't particularly like. Frederica Matthews Green would be one. She wrote a lot. She was a Protestant that converted to Orthodoxy. I think she's even Antiochian. Peter Gilquist, who I despise personally, and Father Reardon, who I think is an arrogant ass. Patrick Reardon. These are three people who a lot of people get a lot out of when they're coming to Orthodoxy from Protestantism. Now, these three people I personally don't like. I think Peter Gilquist is part of the reason why my church got screwed over so bad, my parish particularly. And Father Reardon, he's the one that wrote Christ in the Psalms. Uh, and Frederica Matthews Green was crazy about Y2K. I mean, my godfather had to keep emailing her because he works on computers. No, it's not going to be the apocalypse. She was sending out mass emails. Hey, let's store water. So those three: Peter Gilchrist, Frederica Matthews Green, and Patrick Reardon, would be uh, three authors that are very prevalent. If you have problems with these, if they say idiot things or just, I don't know. I guess I'm more the layperson. I don't really get into the, I wasn't, Protestantism never really seemed a viable option for me. It's so those are three authors you can go to. But as for the apocalypse, we don't. I mean, it's really not in our canon. We have it tacked on to the end because we get it from, that's one Western tradition that we kind of got pulled into. But no, the Book of Revelations, it's not an important thing for us at all. Um, Nobody knows the day or the hour. Could come today, could be in the next 1,000 years. Who knows?